welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to work on my current whip, which may be a surprise for some of you. So if you watched last week's whip and chat, I was kind of on the fence on what exactly I was going to do in today's video. I originally wanted to work on Ghost Cafe from Diamondart and my last kit just took me a little bit longer than I was expecting. And since Ghost Cafe is a large kit, it was a square kit, I just knew I wasn't going to be able to finish it within the month. And if you're new here, I do not like to carry whips over month to month. That is a personal preference. I very much like to kind of coordinate my diamond paintings with the month that we're in. And for me, I did not want to carry over a Halloween kit into November. That's just personal preference. So I was kind of between working on the mini dazzles during my whip and chat, but I know those aren't everybody's cup of tea. So someone had left a comment with like, you have to have a smaller Halloween kit in your stash. And I was like, you know what? I do have to have a smaller Halloween kit in my stash. And I came upon Candi from Lynn. Now, this diamond painting has been discontinued because Lynn and Diamondart no longer work together. But the reason I forgot I had this in my stash is because it was not in my stash inventory. I received this diamond painting as a gift from one of my subscribers at some point in 2024, I believe it was. Julie, shout out to Julie. She sent this to me, I suppose as a way to say thank you. She was doing a de-stash with her sister and they were trying to sell some paintings. And I put the word out and she was able to sell some of them. So this appeared on my doorstep, which I was very grateful for. I never got around to unboxing it on the channel because it was discontinued and it was kind of out of season. And I do prefer, if I can, to do unboxings with the season. So since I had never unboxed it, the sticker sheet never made it into my sticker binders. So I forgot I had it. And I didn't necessarily forget, but it was in the back of my mind. And then I was looking through some kits that I keep out in my diamond painting space, which is our spare bedroom. And this one was sitting there all wrapped up and adorable and perfectly sized for the last week of Halloween, or last week of October. So that's what I started working on. I started this one on the 24th. I'm filming this on the 26th. I have completed one column and I am in the last section of my second column. After this, I will be halfway and I definitely think I will be able to finish this one before the end of the week. So we are working on Candi by Lynn. This is a 60.8 by 42.6 centimeter round drill canvas and she is adorable. I'm very thankful. I wish I could remember who left the comment saying you have to have something small in your stash because you prompted me to take a better look in my stash. And I'm very excited to be working on this one. It's very colorful. My last diamond painting was very dark and I'm excited to have some color before we move into more of the dreary-ish months of the year. So that's what we're working on today. I was also really excited because it gave me an excuse to use one of my new pens from O'Brien Custom Turning. This one has blue and purple and pink and orange and I thought it just went with this kit so well. And then that also gave me an excuse to use my new mini trays from Forever Young. So I have the mini trays, but then I do also have a larger tray for all the 310. So you might see me switch back and forth between the two. My cover minder is a Halloween Town minder, which again matches my pen perfectly. Everything came together. I have not watched Halloween Town yet this year, but believe I will be doing that this week. It is the best Halloween movie. The original one, though. Not any of the sequels. The original one. And then my putty is from Crafts with Crashly. This is Pumpkin Ginger Streusel. Streusel? Yes. So that's what we'll be using. I do have my Craftmate Lockables kitted up for this one. There were too many colors to use the new storage containers, which I want to touch on really quickly, and then I promise we'll get into the actual point of today's video. So The new storage containers that I showed in my Amazon haul from last week, or maybe the week before, they have sold out, and I have fielded a ton of messages and emails, which I'm more than happy to do. Thank you guys for reaching out and asking the questions, but those have sold out. And if you follow my link in that video, it takes you to a different type of storage container. That is the correct listing. They have just removed that particular item because the item has sold out. So I am monitoring that listing, and as soon as they come back in stock, I will be posting about it in the community tab. So definitely keep an eye out for more information on those. As soon as they restock, I promise I will post a link. There's been a lot of interest in them. I also wanted to grab another one, and I went back to order and they were sold out as well. So I'm really glad that you guys were so excited about them and interested in trying them. I am as well. And I don't know if it'll be my next kit, because I don't know how many colors are in that one. It might be the one after, but in November I will be using those containers, and I'm very excited to kit up in them for the first time. This diamond painting had 46 colors, and I also didn't kit this one up with you guys. So I wanted to make sure that when I'm actually doing a kitting up with you guys, I will be able to film those containers. Hopefully that made sense. I think that was all the like housekeeping things that I needed to get out with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started diamond painting. Now, as far as this week, it was kind of just business as usual. Work was work and nothing too crazy went on. Also, look at how cute these little trays are. Hold on. Look at them. I love them. I absolutely love them. And you can still get a 7-placer in here. Oops. Oh no, I didn't put the stopper in right. This is a me problem, not a product problem. Get in there. There we go. So yeah, business as usual at work. This weekend was so productive for Steven and I. So if you're new here, Steven is my boyfriend. I have gotten some new subscribers, so hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. But Steven and I did a lot around the house this weekend. I completely cleaned out our kitchen, like every single cabinet, every single drawer. It feels so nice. Like, it's crazy how much stuff we've accumulated. So I think this week is our official 5-year anniversary that we've been in this house. And I have not done like a full deep reorganization, declutter since then. So it was very much needed and it feels so good. So I did the kitchen. Like I said, every cabinet, every drawer was gone through, thrown stuff out, reorganized. And then I also did the hallway closet, which is really difficult because it's where Luna's litter box is. So we can't have, it's not that we can't have a door, because we could definitely do a cat door, but we don't have a door on it. The house didn't come with a door on it because it's such a small closet. And the people before us used like sheer curtains, like the tension rod is still there. But we don't use curtains because it's where Luna's litter box is. And when she was a kitten, she was a very big fan of curtains. So she used to climb them like a maniac. So we don't have anything. And that closet, you know, it's your hallway linen closet. Like, it does get a little messy every now and then, but it just had gotten out of control. So I went through that. I got rid of a bunch of stuff there. And then I did the entire bathroom, the cabinets, the closet, like everything in the bathroom. So it just feels really good. I'm not done yet. Steven did his side of the bedroom this morning and it looks great. I definitely needed to do my side of the bedroom. The thing with me is I have to keep stuff, I don't have to, but I choose to keep stuff set aside for like my monthly haul videos. So I have like a stack of books that I'm waiting to haul with you guys, and I just have more stuff. So I still need to do my side of the bedroom, and then I really want to do this spare room slash office slash diamond painting space. It's just gotten a little bit out of control. And what spurred me on is I will be decorating for Christmas next weekend. I am absolutely a November 1st decorator. And you know when you fill your house with Christmas decor and then all the stuff that comes along with that, it just starts to feel, sometimes it can just feel very full. And I was like, I need to get rid of some junk before I start filling it. Now, I have been decorating for Christmas, obviously, for a very long time. Before Steven and I had this house, I had a couple of apartments, and I've just been accumulating Christmas decorations for many, many years at this point. And while I do like to add a few things every year, the base of my Christmas decorations is my prior collection. Like, I don't, no offense to anybody, but I don't go out and completely rebuy every single piece of Christmas decor each year to fit like a trend. I just decorate how I like to decorate. So I'll bring in a few new things this year, and I'm actually going to try something new. I'll do a Christmas decor, what do you call it, tour as we get closer to Christmas. I'm not going to make you guys watch that in early November, but I do have a couple of new things that I want to try this year, which I'm very excited about, but for the most part, I will use everything that I always have. But that means I do have a really big Christmas collection, and we don't have a huge house, so I definitely needed to clear some stuff out, throw some stuff out, get some stuff together to donate. Like, oh, it just needed to be done, and it feels so much better. And now I'm even more excited to decorate for Christmas, because it's like I don't have to get rid of a bunch of stuff. I can just bring all the totes up and I can decorate, and I can be a happy little bean. So very excited for that. I'd love to know in the comments when you'll be decorating for Christmas. Is it too soon? I don't know. Listen, I let the trick-or-treaters come, okay? Well, we're gonna trick-or-treat. We're gonna see all the cute kids in their costumes. I'm gonna give out candy, but after that, November 1st, it's decorating time. So yeah, that's what we did this weekend. We also had to do a couple things out and about. We had to pick up groceries and all that fun stuff. But for the most part, it was kind of a chill week. Like, we didn't have a lot of stuff going on, but I was just like trying to keep myself busy. So can't really complain too much. Hopefully we stick with that trend for next week, because I hate busy weeks. So the main purpose of today's video is Halloween tag. Since it is the week of Halloween, I will have some, themed spooky videos for the week, which I'm very much looking forward to. And we start with a Halloween tag question whip and chat. So I've definitely done some Halloween tags in the past. I think I've done one or two already this year, so hopefully it's not too boring for you guys. But I found one that I don't think I've ever answered these questions before. And I found 13 questions on halloweenforum.com. So I can leave these linked in the description box if you're interested. But I thought we could do just, some fun seasonal holiday questions. So the first question is, what is your favorite Halloween memory? Now, for me, let's see, what color do I want to use? Let's do green. When I was younger, so my mother has a lot of siblings, and they all have a couple of children each. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think there's 10 of us, maybe 10 grandkids. And my grandmother always, we called her Nanny. She always wanted to see all the grandkids in their Halloween decorations, in their Halloween costumes. So she would make it a point on Halloween evening, she would go to each house and she would bring us gosh, what were they back then? I think they were like an 8-pack. You know those like packs of fun size candy bars? So I think it was like 8, maybe 6 or 8. And then, so we would each get that, and she had our favorite candies memorized, and then we would get like a couple of dollars. And it was just the best because, you know, it was something small, but the fact that she had all of our favorite candy memorized, and she would do a handwritten card with a couple of dollars in it, like it just, every year you looked forward to that. And it would just be so exciting to get out of school, and we would be like, we got to get our costumes on because Nanny's coming. Like, it just, I loved my Nanny. She was the absolute best. She passed away when I was a senior in high school. Was I a senior or a junior? I think I might have been a junior in high school, actually. She was just the absolute best, and I like to think that she's where I got my craftiness from, because she was just the best. And we would always paint and do all these arts and crafts together. Like, she would have a huge bin of, you know, like wooden things that you could paint from Michael's, or ceramic things you could paint. And during the holidays we would do themed paint things, and she was just the best. But I remember the Halloween things so vividly because you could just tell that she loved seeing everybody dressed up for the holiday. So she would go, I think every year she alternated between our house and then my aunt's house for like actually staying for trick-or-treating. So she would go to everybody's house first, see all the kids dressed up, and then she would end at somebody's house for like dinner and stuff like that. So it was just, I don't know, I just thought it was so cool that she cared enough, I guess, to memorize what everybody's favorite candies were. And she would wait for a deal, and she would go and get them, because back in the day you could get those fun size packs for like 10 for $1. You know, like they don't do those kind of sales anymore, but back then you could get them for that price. And I don't know, I will always remember that. And maybe someday, if I ever have grandchildren, I would like to carry on that tradition. Favorite Halloween movie or episodes? Oh, Halloween Town. Halloween Town is the best Halloween movie. You can fight me. I love the first one. Whenever they moved away from, is her name Kimberly J. Brown? Or do I have that mixed up with another actress? I think she was in the first two, and then they changed the actress. When they changed the actress, trash. But the ones with the original Marnie are so good. I also really I do like Hocus Pocus. I mean, you know, I grew up in the 90s, so of course I do. But as far as a favorite Halloween episode, it has to be the Friends episode where Monica dresses Chandler up as a pink bunny, and like Phoebe is a Supergirl. I think Monica's a cat. And is that the episode like right after Rachel finds out she's pregnant? So she like, she wears like a very slim cut fancy dress, and they're like, you're not dressed up. And she was like, I'm dressed up as someone who's not going to be able to fit in this in a couple of months or something. I love that Halloween episode. It's so good. Favorite Halloween decoration? I don't really decorate for Halloween. Some years I do. I go back and forth. This year I did not decorate for Halloween. I just left all the fall decorations up. But favorite Halloween decoration. Do I have one? I don't know if I have one. I mean, I love like the old school pumpkins that have like the lights. I have one. It's not the one from my childhood, but when Steven's family was cleaning out his grandparents' house, we found one and we were able to take it. So, you know, it's just one of those like old school pumpkins with the jack-o'-lantern face that you plug in. It's not a nightlight, but I don't know exactly how you would describe it. Maybe I'll pop a picture up of what I'm talking about. But I guess maybe that would be my favorite Halloween decoration. I don't know. I'm not crazy on Halloween decorations. When I was younger, my mom had those style pumpkins, but they were in the ghost from Casper. I remember putting those up every year, and I always thought they were so cool. So I guess like light up pumpkins would be my favorite type of decoration. One to 10, how much do you love Halloween? Halloween definitely is not my favorite. Growing up, it was my mom's favorite holiday, and, you know, that kind of made it exciting, but as an adult, I feel like, honestly, Halloween as an adult is just different, especially if you don't have kids who are, like, so excited to go trick-or-treating and stuff. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say maybe I'm like kind of neutral on it. I guess I'd give it a 5. Like, I do get excited for trick-or-treaters. I get excited for like the vibes, but it's definitely not my favorite holiday. I think based on the beginning of this video, you can assume what my favorite holiday is. And it's kind of like, oh, Halloween's over? Good. Christmas. You know, like I get excited for Halloween to come so that it can go away. And then I can decorate for Christmas. What gets you into the Halloween spirit? Honestly, I kind of just feel like once October 1st hits, like then I'm in the Halloween spirit, because September is like very autumn to me, and then October is just Halloween. I do always look forward to working on my Halloween diamond paintings, so maybe like my first Halloween kit of the year gets me into the spirit. But again, it's definitely not my favorite holiday. I don't mind it, but I don't really know if I kind of ever get into the spirit. I don't know. I guess my first diamond painting kit of the season that's Halloween kind of gets me into the spirit. Oh gosh, favorite Halloween or fall scent? Okay, everybody, say it with me. Leaves from Bath and Body Works. That is my favorite. That question is in like every fall tag. The leaves scent from Bath and Body Works is my absolute favorite. September 1st, that candle goes on and we smell that all the way through. Like, I love that scent. It's my favorite scent, period. Like, of any candles or anything from Bath and Body Works, that is number one. Favorite candy? I'm a chocolate girl through and through. I love chocolate. I do like gummy candy, but I will choose a chocolate bar over a gummy pretty much any time. My favorite, growing up, my favorite was a Twix, which I do still love. Going back to the first question, my grandmother always brought me the pack of the Twix fun size because they were my favorite. So I do love a Twix. I also love a Kit Kat. I love Kit Kats. They're so good. Something that I only eat at Halloween is like 100 grand bar. Oh my god, those are so good. Those are the best. And then maybe just like a traditional Hershey bar. Like just a good old traditional chocolate. Haunted house or haunted hayride? Neither. I am not a spooky girl. I do not like scary things. I have told many haunted house stories on my channel, so I will not bore you guys again. But I have been traumatized by many haunted houses, haunted mazes. I don't think I've ever been on a haunted hayride, and I would not like to. Would you rather walk through a graveyard at night or spend the night in a spooky abandoned house? Oh gosh. I think walk through a graveyard. I would probably have a heart attack in a spooky abandoned house if I had to stay there overnight. I think I could move through a graveyard pretty quickly to minimize the damage. So I would say a haunted graveyard. A werewolf or zombie? Probably a werewolf. I have been in a little bit of a paranormal book mood lately, so I'm currently reading, actually let me show it to you because I have the book right here. I'm currently reading this one, which is called Bitten by Jordan Stephanie Gray. I'm listening to the audiobook for this right now. Look at the sprayed edges. Isn't it so pretty? And then look at the inside. Wait, let me put you guys up. Look at the inside cover. Isn't that so pretty? I'm currently listening to the audiobook for this, which is fantastic. If you guys have Everend, I would highly recommend the audiobook for this book. I am very much enjoying it, and I've kind of just been on a werewolf book trend lately. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going. What you doing?
Filming my video.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
I have new subscribers, so you should probably introduce yourself.
Hello. My name's Steven. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Awesomely annoying.
Yep.
Like personal?
No, you don't.
No. Is this for the vlog or?
No, this is just my whip in chat. Yeah.
Your what in chat?
My whip in chat.
Oh, I thought you said whoop in chat.
No, my work in progress and chat.
Okay. All right, I'll leave you alone.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
So I would probably say werewolf. At least, I don't think I'd ever go for a zombie, honestly. I think I would always choose werewolf, but if you're looking for a werewolf book, I definitely recommend this one. I think it's a YA, and actually some of my favorite authors blurbed it on the back, so that's cool. I think this is considered YA, if I'm not mistaken, but very much enjoying that if you're looking for a paranormal to get you through the rest of the month. Okay, next question is, what is your weird or odd fear? Oh, I mean, I'm just very much a scaredy cat in general, but I don't know if I have like a weird or odd fear. Weird or odd fear. I mean, I am afraid of the dark, which I don't think that's weird or odd, but I am also 34 years old, so I do not love the dark. I don't know. That's a really good question, actually. Weird or odd fear. I feel like my default is just scared of everything. Like, chances are I'm probably afraid of it. I don't know. I don't think I have a weird fear. Next question is, oh my gosh, is that how old this tag is? It is. This tag was posted in 2013. So the question is, are you excited for Halloween 2013? Gosh, I don't even know what I was doing in 2013. I was 22 years old. Yikes. So let's just change that to 2025. Are you excited for Halloween 25? I am, because I'm making these little like trick-or-treat goodie bags for the hopefully trick-or-treaters that we get. I'm being a little bit ambitious. I'm assuming that because it's a Friday that we'll get more trick-or-treaters than usual. So I'm gonna make some little ghost trick-or-treat bags. I actually saw it online. I haven't made any yet, but you use tissue paper and then you like trace a ghost and then obviously you cut it out. So like you flip the tissue paper on, you glue it, and then you cut it out, and then it's in the shape of a ghost. And then you've like, you know, stuffed it with your candy. I saw it on Instagram and I thought it looked really cute. I did make a couple of test ones, but Steven and I opened them because we were excited. But I'm very excited to do that. We always get a few trick-or-treaters. Like the people across the street from us have 2 little girls, and then there's a couple down the road that has a little girl. So we usually get like a handful of younger kids for trick-or-treating, but a couple of years ago we had so many trick-or-treaters and we just haven't had that many again. So I'm not really sure how many I should make. I mean, I guess I could make them and then we can just rip them apart if we don't go through all of them. I don't know. I'm gonna make them for the people at work too and like their kids. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of them and I'm very excited to do that. So I guess I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to the end of Halloween, and I've already told you why multiple times. And then the final question for today's tag is, last but not least, do you believe in ghosts? And I don't have a straight answer for you. I feel like I go back and forth on ghosts because I do believe that people who have experienced something traumatic at the end of their lives, I do believe that they could potentially be around. I don't know if they're necessarily haunting people, but, you know, I feel like if you leave the world in an awful way, you know, it's like, could they hang on to this world? Maybe. I go back and forth, you know, I really don't know. I don't think that like my family members who have passed away are just like hanging out here, you know, like I fully believe that they have moved on. But people who don't have a peaceful end, do they hang on? I don't know. I go back and forth and I could definitely see how it could be like, and that's why I don't always disbelieve the like ghost hunters and stuff. Like I do think some of that stuff is dramatized, but some of it I could be convinced. I could definitely be convinced that people hang around and cause mischief if they had a traumatic ending to their life. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think down below because I'm always interested in people's thoughts on that. So I think that's going to do it for today's Whip and Chat. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one. If you guys are new here, my kitten chats tend to be an hour plus, and then my Whip and Chats tend to be about 30-ish minutes. Just because I run out of things to talk about and I don't want to bore you guys. So I think that's going to do it for today's Whip and Chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I hope you enjoy your stay, and if I can entice you to stay, coming up in December, I do daily videos. So there will be a video every day in December, and we will open advent calendars with you guys, which always tends to be a pretty popular thing on my channel. So for this week, I will be back on Wednesday. If you remember at the beginning of the video, I touched on my sticker sheet storage and my diamond painting inventory. On Wednesday, we will be updating both of those things. So I like to accumulate some sticker sheets and treasure quest cards and all the fun things. And together we will update my inventory, we'll update my sticker sheet, and we will also update the treasure quest card binder. So hopefully you guys are interested in that. And then Friday will hopefully be a post review on this diamond painting. I also believe I will have an unboxing mixed in there somewhere. I am waiting for something to come from diamondartclub, so hopefully I will have that in the next couple of days and I can fit that into this week's schedule. And then obviously the week after that being the first day of a new month, I'll have wrap-ups and all that kind of fun stuff. So hopefully you guys will stick around. Let me know in the comments down below your answers to any of those questions if you're interested. I will also leave a link to that list of questions in the description box if you make videos and you're looking for a Halloween tag to do this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great start to your week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!